Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, hope you're doing well. This is a bit of an overdue video. I've been meaning to make it for the last couple of weeks. I put a poll on my Instagram story asking whether you would like to see a video of this car or not. It's a car that came to us via our car buying service. In fact, I think the chap was going to come to us and buy one of our cars and he wanted to part exchange this. Our sale didn't actually go through, but he was so impressed with our part exchange price or purchase price that we still ended up buying this from him, and it's a very nice car. So you join me in this 2013 BMW 640D. This car is on 63,736 miles, and we currently have this up for sale for just under 14,500, I think. 10-year-old car, and it looks incredible for it. Nice low mileage, lots of nice history. The guy's really well looked after it. We've got all the keys and all that sort of stuff. And I had to go and run some errands, run about today, and I thought, well, I'm going to take this 640 and I will try and give you my thoughts and opinions on it. Looks wise, I guess the 6 Series is one of those Marmite cars, isn't it? A lot of people hate it, especially on the rear end, especially the generation prior to this, but I've actually always really liked them. I think they're a very smart car for a grand tourer, which this is really, and it ticks a lot of boxes. I have to say, I think this car aesthetically would benefit from some bigger wheels, maybe some 19-inch sporty style wheels and maybe an M Sport body kit or something. But no doubt the wheels at least would take away from the absolutely superbly smooth ride that this car currently has with the current wheel and tyre setup. And that probably makes it more suited to its purpose as a grand tourer, and probably a bit classier than having an M Sport version, which is all about looks and appearance. This actually genuinely is for the driving experience, and for that reason I think I would have this over one that had bigger wheels on it. Yes, I think it would look better with the bigger wheels and a kit, etc. to look at. So obviously this isn't an M Sport version, this is an SE actually, which, I'll be completely honest, I never really know exactly what it stands for. I always thought of it as being more of a base spec car, but actually I think it's SE kind of signifies that it's a bit better than just basic equipment. In fact, the abbreviation that I always think of in my head for SE is just shit equipment, and that helps me remember that it's probably not that well equipped. But that's not the case with this. So I am going to put that at the bottom of the screen. If I can figure out exactly what it is, at least for BMW, because I'm sure it's different from manufacturer to manufacturer. Because this has got heated seats, cruise control, an absolutely huge infotainment navigation system, which does have navigation. We have got dual zone climate control, really nice leather interior, and the cockpit on this thing is gorgeous. For a grand tourer, for something you really want to cruise around in and soak up the miles, long journeys, what this car is really intended for. You've got this awesome cockpit, this huge center console, you really feel like you are cocooned in here, like you are the pilot of some kind of craft. So yeah, I think that's a really nice touch. Everything's in really great positions. Your cup holders are up here, you've got your automatic gear shifter here, of course you've got your paddle shifters, you've got an absolutely huge center armrest for storing all your stuff. So this really would be an ideal car for, you know, road trips, long journeys. You'd be incredibly comfortable in here, and it's no slouch either, so you could cover the miles pretty quickly. Being the 640D, this is a straight 6 turbo diesel, and I think being the 640, it's a 3 litre with a twin turbo over the 630, which would be a 3 litre of a single turbo. I might be wrong with that. I'm not an expert on these things. Please don't shoot me if I've got that wrong. But what it boils down to is this is, I think, 308 horsepower, 310, that sort of area, which is an incredible amount of power and a huge amount of torque. And in fact, it's only, say, 45 brake horsepower less than something like my 911 Carrera S. But being a diesel, it sounds rubbish, obviously. I know exactly what you're thinking. Well, no, not really. When you're cruising around driving this thing normally, relaxed and laid back, how you probably will most of the time, it is ridiculously quiet in here. This is the kind of sound level you'd expect from a car that has double glazing. It just quietly ushers you along. But if you put it in sport mode and really put your foot down, not only does it sound okay, it actually sounds pretty incredible. When I first drove this car, I thought it must be a TDVA, but don't take my word for it. Let's hear how it sounds. Oh, wheel spin, it's a wet day. Tell me that doesn't sound incredible for a diesel. And I think that if I hadn't told you this was a diesel and I got it and I said perhaps it was a 630i, you probably wouldn't have questioned it. So comfort is really impressive. Fit and finish, really impressive. Performance, very, very impressive. But what I think is most impressive, considering all of those things we've just talked about, is the economic side to this car. £180 per year to tax. Absolutely nothing for a 3-litre turbo diesel. It can do up to 60 miles per gallon on a run. You can't get that from some 2-litre diesels. You could drive this as your everyday car, commute to work, it wouldn't cost you a fortune, and when you want to, you can put your foot down and everything turns into a blur. What you may have heard there is the fact that the front discs on this car are a bit warped, unfortunately, which we need to sort out, and I keep forgetting. I think I need to have a Bearer Motors WhatsApp group chat where you can just voice note and say 640D needs front brake discs and pads, and then someone else can pick up on it, or someone would do it. Or if you're ever wondering, looking for jobs, you go back through the voice chat. That's just one of my ideas that I think, trying to organise it. I'm sure there are diaries and workshop managers and things like that out there that would organise all that sort of stuff, but just trying to keep it simple. I think a WhatsApp group might be in order, just full of random voice notes. So on the whole, I think this is a super impressive car, and probably top 1 or 2 cars off my current forecourt that if I had to go and do a road trip in and I wanted to pick the best car that I felt was going to be most reliable, least offensive on the wallet, and enjoyable, comfortable, this would probably be it. This would probably be number 1. We got things on the forecourt like an A8, we've got the Phaeton obviously, but I don't think I trust any of them as this old Beamer. Just a mega bit of kit really. So yeah, that's it, quick video. I don't really have much else I can tell you about it. Unfortunately I forgot to bring the draggy box with me, so I can't do a 0 to 60 time. Perhaps I'll pull up quickly and I can tell you what it should be. It's probably irrelevant trying to show you what I can do in it anyway. It's better to just tell you the actual manufacturer specified time, because we all know A, how bad I am at launches, and B, the fact that it is pouring it down out here. So 0 to 60 in 5.3 seconds. You know, I compared this to my Porsche 911 Carrera S, which is a 3.8 flat 6. That is pretty much the same ballpark figure, so this is a properly quick car. Yeah, very impressed with it indeed. Anyway, I hope that helps if you're in the market for one of these 640Ds or a 640 of this, or sorry, a 6 Series of this generation. Yeah, it's the first one I've actually owned and had any time driving. Thoroughly impressed. I really like it, and it does feel a more premium, better built car than, you know, the 3 Series, 4 Series. So I hope it helps. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please subscribe. If you're not, thank you for continuing to watch, and I will see you next time.